Hey, good morning. This is Father George Corrigan from St. Francis of Assisi in Triangle, Virginia, with a few Sunday thoughts for the Gospel on the third Sunday of Lent. Third Sunday of Lent, very Gospel of John, where Jesus goes into the temple, makes a cord, whip out of cords, cleans out all the merchants, the coin changers, overturns tables. And what's interesting is there's always someone who'll say, well, I was angry, but it was a righteous anger, just like Jesus in the temple. I know, who am I to judge, but I do sort of offer the advice, well, when you're as holy as Jesus is, maybe you can use that category. Otherwise, why don't you pay a little more attention to the money changer? In other words, if we're not Jesus in the scene, maybe we're one of the merchants with people in the table. I mean, it's quite the scene where Jesus just, suits up, goes in, and people are running in chaos, I can imagine. Tables are getting overturned. Animals are running free. The doves are set free out of the things. It's just this total chaos where Jesus says, look what you've done to my Father's house. So if you say you're one of the merchants, one of the money changers, and Jesus comes over and bam, flips your table, as you look at the carnage and Jesus walks away, you've got two basic choices. One is, that guy's crazy. You just set your table back up, put everything back on the table the way you had it, and just go back to business. Or maybe you stop and think, maybe this was a prophetic moment. Maybe this was a moment where there was something true and holy, and I need to sort of think about it. And that's kind of what Lent's for. It's that moment to look at the various tables in our life. The table is, a son and daughter. The table is a parent. The table in our profession, our career. You name it, all the different phases of our life, they have these tables on it. Think about one of them. Think about the table of your friendship. I'm pretty sure your friendship isn't for sale, but do you have a little habit of maybe trading up? Looking for friends that are a little more cool, a little more interesting, a little more influential, a little more connected. Are you always attentive to your friends? Do you write the cards? Do you make the phone calls? Do you just say, how are you doing? What's on the table of your friendship? What's on the table of your vocation? Be it vocation as a priest or married. And are you putting time into that? As a priest, do I continue to spiritually feed myself? As a husband and wife, when was the last time you went on a date? Are you still in love? Are you still holding hands? Are you still asking how the day is? Because it's real easy to get busy with all kinds of things, to put so much energy into your kids who you love that there's not much energy left for the two of you. What's on that table? Are there some things that need to be moved around, rearranged? What about the table of the family? Does the family look like the Eucharistic table at meals? Is there time where the meals are shared, where things are exchanged? Or is the table more of a kind of a pit stop in the middle of a very busy day with active kids doing just these wonderful activities? Is there prayer? The list goes on. What's on the table? Because the question is, no matter what our phase of life is, if Jesus comes to us, is he going to overturn our table? And maybe what Lent is for us to be people that kind of stop and take a look at our own tables to say, I don't need this. I need to add this, maybe rearrange some things. And that's what Lent is for, so that we can be people that are attentive to the parts of our lives that maybe need a few small repairs, but also to find the things at our table that we celebrate and go, that's a good thing, and maybe share that thing. So, tables of our lives, will Jesus overturn them? Will Jesus help us rearrange things? Or will Jesus commend us and say, thank you, because anyone who looks at your table will know that you are my follower or Christian. And that is what the season of Lent can be for. Amen.